you flip around, leave them ankles broke. I stay dunking like San Antonio. If you up the glizzy, bitch, I tell you what, you ain't hitting nothing. Now chop a buck and you ain't touching me. You better keep it tucked, cause bitch, you ain't got the muscle to flex. Aim at my chest, bitch, I would aim at your neck. I don't be up and on guns, only for fun. I'm talking Fortnite or some. Oh shit, bitch, I got tunnel vision like I'm Kodak. That's a throwback. Young Barack, he on a mission. Woo! I'm talking Barry, no HBO. All of your bitches, they got me yo. I run America like I'm from down to be screwing it like some genitals. I got bands in the coop, woo, busting up the roof. I got bands in the coop. Sheesh, buzzing up the roof. Look, shake a little ass. Oh, come on, Donald.
Oh my God.
People out there, we got now 6 listeners. What book would you jerk off to? Now, I would tell you that. Did you ever read the Penthouse Forum letters? Have you ever heard of that? Does that mean anything? Because so that you want to talk about something that fucked me up was those letters. So my brothers used to have Penthouse, and I used to read those letters, and I'm like, wow, does this shit actually happen? Can you actually just pick up a woman at a laundromat and fuck her? Or, you know, like, and then even Robin told that story. Remember Robin from Howard Stern? A time where she just met somebody and they just went into a bathroom and he let her fuck her in the ass or something. You remember that? That was crazy shit. So anybody who has anybody crazy sex stories, legit crazy sex stories. I mean, I don't have that many because I think I was totally off my game because I was so nervous after my first girlfriend that I changed my whole.
No, I completely understand how you would have not been very trusting.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, all of our first experiences have a lot to do with our later experiences and how we act sexually. So I would say that a lot of people that have like fucked up sexual like lifestyles, you got to think about what their first sexual experience was like. Like a lot of them were family and forced rape, and a lot of fucked up things happen to people, and that need like mental, like need counseling and shit. Shit's fucking crazy.
So our 2 questions this morning are: when you masturbated when you were younger, did you do it anywhere weird? Because Super High Man used to fucking masturbate in a library in Massachusetts to private parts. So, and if there was a book, what would you masturbate to? When did you get your heart broken? And like I said, the other thing that's horrible to say is I don't truly think I was in love with my first girlfriend. My first girlfriend was more like I was probably shy and didn't go after what I really wanted, and she sort of fell into my lap. We were having so much sex that I couldn't get out of it because in my mind, my mind told me, like, if I break up with her, I'm never having this much sex again. Like, if I try to go after other girls that I liked, then there's no way they're going to be able to keep up with her, her pace. So I felt like I was going to be screwed. So, dude, I was getting blown all the time. I mean, there was a Super Bowl. I shouldn't say this because this girl, that people are going to find out who this girl is. But yeah, I was getting way too much sex. Let's play the messages.
It's my time. Yeah, they love me. You don't have to tell me that. Damn.
What the hell are you gonna... Donald!
Yeah, young Donald. Yeah, they love me. You don't have to tell me that. I'm so cool. I'm so freaking cool. They all tell me that. Damn. Claiming there's collusion. Got no time for that. Kim Jong-un's also pretty cool. I'm in love with that man. Building a wall. Shutting it down. Shutting the government down. I don't play around. Damn. Building a wall. Shut it down. Shutting the government down. Shut it down, yeah. Building a wall. Shut it down. Shutting the government down. I don't play around, damn.
Building a wall.
Yeah, they love me. You don't have to tell me that. Ivanka, my little lady, she my baby, she is mine, yeah, damn. Plus I love Melania, that's my honey, yeah. Think my daughter's hotter than my wife.
That might be my favorite fucking President Trump rap. That dude who's putting those in there, he has no fucking shows. That guy just puts out raps and.
Hey, look, I love this guy because, dude, that's the type of guy that comes in the room and he fucking brings some good content, brings good breaks in the conversation. I love it. I fucking love it. That dude's awesome. I gotta follow him.
I think in college, when I finally went to college, I liked the idea, and I always still like the idea of like, for whatever reason, I wanted to sleep with a lot of women. I never learned like you did. It took me a long time. I didn't get good at sex until the girl I'm with right now. That's all I can tell you. So it took me till I was in my 50s to actually be good at sex. I don't think I was good at sex till now. I wasn't, I definitely had to mature, and I had to meet the right person, because you need to really be able to communicate all your freaky shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to really be able to free your mind. If you don't free your mind, it's always going to be in your head. Like, can I do this? Am I allowed? Or you'll date. I've dated women who tell me no porn. You're not allowed to watch porn while you date me. And of course, I've dated someone who didn't want me to watch porn. And of course, that's all I wanted to do after that, right? I think once you date, I've dated someone who's bisexual, and once you do that, once you get involved with like threesomes and stuff, then you want more. So maybe it is dangerous, because that happened too. So I dated somebody who was bisexual, and then you're having threesomes, and next thing you know, it's not enough. Like, one girl is not enough. You're thinking, so
do you think that any of it has to do with like the fact that because that first girl, brought back an STD and gave it to you, that you might not think that you're worth like having quote unquote normal heterosexual sex, that you need to either have some type of control situation over you, or you control over the other person to make up for that?
Dude, I'd have to see a therapist. I mean, I don't know. I think just from that relationship, I became super sexualized, hypersexualized. Like, I just expected every girl to bring the
Are you the dom? Are you the dom or the sub?
I'm a dom. But that's all. That's like, and again, BDSM and doming and all that stuff. I mean, once you get into that area, it's actually really cool. I've done BDSM as well. And BDSM is really cool, because if you get involved with someone who wants to be dominated and they're the submissive, it takes a lot. You have to have a lot of, like you said, prenups. You have to have conversations about how far we go. What can you call the person? How hard can you hit? How hard can you choke? Can you tie? Like, did like get tied up? Did like handcuffs? How did they be degraded? Like, you have to have long conversations before you start that session. And then when you do BDSM, it can get so intense that the person can like burst into tears after, like they start crying. They need like aftercare. It's scary. You got to have a lot of trust between each other.
I'll be real. I would say, like, if I was counseling somebody and they were in the BDSM, I would say you probably need to have a counselor there with you to like support the situation and to be there to talk afterwards.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Actually, I would like to be in a threesome. I've never been in, I've been in like 4 or 5 threesomes. It's very difficult just even to find a cool girl who can handle that, but somebody who could counsel after, that would be a great service.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm sitting up here thinking about that right now, like actually thinking about pursuing that, like sexual counseling, like somebody who's there to be like, also they could be like a referee. Like, if you got a safe word, like they could be the referee that steps in and says, okay, let's talk about why you use that safe word. Let's talk about what's going on. And then,
Dude, that's perfect occupation that should be legal, right? So someone should be able to come into your bedroom. They can join in if they want or not, and then after counsel you, tell you what you did wrong, whatever. I think that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it would be unethical to join in, but yeah, no, I feel what you're saying. It would be unethical as like a counselor to join in. It would be ethical to sit there and to make sure that everybody was safe and happy after the situation was resolved.
So just like a BDSM coach, I got you. We got
yeah, absolutely.
3 raps to play. We got a little rap. So please put us when you first masturbated, where you masturbated, who broke your heart, what else? What are we talking about? If you've ever had a threesome, etc., etc.
Yeah. Plus, I love Melania, that's my honey. I think my daughter's hotter than my wife. Got no problem with that. Damn. texting. Oh, I love texting. Always retweeting every single thought rant like I'm Kevin. Damn. Lesson, teach him a lesson. I must have telling them burning the wall. Go bring through Texas. Damn. Ice cream is cold. Yeah. Pizza's bones. Yeah. Wait, what is wrong? Yeah. With meds in my own. Yeah. Tell me the truth. Can you stop talking fake news? I can now watch CNN with the lemon and I just wanna see boobs. Yeah, damn. Kanye is cool. He is my buddy, my dude. Cameras are rocking, but she with the smokers, but I can't believe I seen her.
Definitely though, you know, again, I'm older, so I'm 55. So I think I was shocked about how many. I don't know how it was in your high school. Again, you went to Massachusetts. I thought you were in Missouri, but I don't know how active all my high school students were. I doubt they were as active sexually as I was. I don't know. I have no proof of that, but I was just figuring that's the way it was.
Nah, they was all fucking. They were all fucking before you.
But you grew up younger. I mean, like that drought was weird. Yeah, I still think you gotta explain that drought away. Like, what happened in those 3 years?
I couldn't find anybody intellectually stimulating. So I really didn't want to date anybody who wasn't intellectually stimulating, and I didn't want to have sex with anybody that I wasn't intellectually stimulated by.
Let me ask you a question. When did you first start to drink and smoke?
I started smoking weed when I was 14. I started to drink around the same time. Matter of fact, the night that I lost my virginity, I rolled a blunt and bought a 40. Yeah, 13-year-old was able to buy a 40 from a gas station on the way. By the way, yeah, that's fucked up. But yeah, I bought a blunt and I fucking bought a 40, and I rolled up some shit and I walked to her best friend's house, high and drunk, and lost my virginity.
So how did you pay for drugs? How did you get drugs? How did you pay for drugs? Were you stealing money?
I paid for drugs by selling drugs.
At that age, you're a 14-year-old drug dealer?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's the average. There's got to be a plug. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Why aren't you in the weed industry? It's in your blood, right? I mean, basically, it's in your blood right now.
Yeah, I try. But things happen. I'm slow rolling the weed industry. I'm about to get on the app, like you were saying, and get that Doja. Get in that Doja.
Yeah, we're telling everybody.
Doja.
Robinhood. You got to sign up. Everybody out there, sign up for Robinhood. This is not sponsored. I did it. Fucking 55 years old.
We're gonna get sponsored by Doja.
Doge. Let me play this rap.
Get Trump. This girl drinking lots and lots of fine American whiskey and getting.
Hey, we got more. I love it.
Lots of fine American whiskey and getting lots of pussy. Lots of pussy.
Lots of pussy.
Whiskey and pussy.
Wow.
And prenups.
There's nothing better.
Make sure you get your prenut.
Look, I'm from Illinois, and heck, I'm in my 50s now, but that was back when I was in my youth, and I was in high school, and she was like one of the second women that I ever dated. Oh my God, it was like ridiculously stupid. The first one, she was so tall. She was taller than me. I'll never ever forget it. She actually had to bend down to kiss me, but this girl let me go. She didn't want me, and so the second girl was my best friend's wife, and we just kind of hit it off before he ever met her. And then when I came back from the military, it was basically it started all over again. She still liked me, but I ended up banging her.
Everybody banging their friends' wives and girlfriends. This seems to be a common theme.
I think the other thing I got to tell you, for whatever reason, I was raised Roman Catholic, so there was lots of guilt, right? But my biggest fear, this is the weird part I used to tell everybody, my biggest fear about women was getting them pregnant. So that was what made me really nervous.
Oh,
I felt like if I got a girl pregnant, in my mind,
yeah.
put in bounds, I would have to get married. Like if I had got my
Oh,
first girlfriend pregnant, we would have had to
yeah.
fucking get, my life would have been fucking ruined. I mean,
Mm,
so I was thinking about that all the time. So you really need
yeah.
to find somebody who doesn't want to have kids, like a woman who really, honestly, sincerely doesn't want to have kids, and that's also a hard find. Most women want to have kids. Most women want to have married. So I was looking for women who didn't want to get really seriously married and didn't want to have kids, and that's not easy to find. So
Right. Yeah, you're right.
message.
But it.
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead.
I was
No, go
gonna
ahead.
say the guy that just spoke about. I
Bubba
thought it was
Bear.
hilarious that he said one of the second. But I I wanted to hear more about that story because it sounded like it was getting pretty interesting. I want to know
Yeah.
like how he met, like when he got back from the military, like how like the flame, the flame started back up. Because I know when I got back from the military, my girlfriend had cheated on me with my best friend, and there seems to always be a common theme. Now, this is the crazy thing. I'll tell this story after we hit a ditty. But yeah, this is actually another crazy story in my life. I got a bunch of them. We're just getting into my life today. Okay.
You can hit the message, or you can tell your story because this is where I gotta go from my apartment.
Did you turn your Wi-Fi off? Did you turn your Wi-Fi
My
off?
Wi-Fi is off.
Okay, you
So
should be good. I'm gonna hit this message. You go get it.
all right.
Hold up, we're not just gonna move past that sick flow from fucking press Trump real quick. What the fuck was that? Hey, what's up,
Wait, what did she say?
Super High Man and Comedy Vampire?
Yeah.
What's up? Just strolling here on stereo.
Hey, hey, hey.
4:03 a.m. here in LA, and just checking you guys out. What's up? What are you guys talking about?
She's got to kill it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now she said we're not just gonna roll past the fact that she got in here a little late. Like he's been Obama and Trump have been battling all morning, and it's been amazing. So I really hope you are able to stick around. Comedy Vampire, are you still there?
I'm still there, but I'm about to get into hitting the elevator. I'm still. What's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on?
It flickered. It flickered a little bit.
Probably
But
because
the cool thing about the app they just did is if you got kicked out, you can still close out the app and come back in. It'll bring you back to the show. It did it for me yesterday.
I hope so. But like I said, at least
Yeah.
you know I'm going to be out soon. So you had a story to tell, so you got to tell that story.
Okay. So, oh man, I'm literally about to embarrass the fuck out of myself this morning. Okay. So.
I'm going to miss half.
So, okay, I told you that, I have a lot of long-term relationships because I'm an intellectual lover. Okay, I lived in Massachusetts from age 8 to age 16. So my junior and senior year, I was in Missouri. So when I came back to Missouri, I started dating this girl. And once again, it was almost like the first girl I dated. We, were in love and we were going to go to college together and we were going to do X, Y, and Z. And then I went off to the military. And when I get back, the first person that calls me was one of my best friends. And he says, I got to tell you something. I said, oh, okay, what happened? And he's like, look, while you were gone, me, and I'm not going to say her name, we hooked up. And yeah, that happened. I'm sorry. Are you mad at me? And I was like, look, this is the thing. I'm mad at both of you. But you came to me and told me what happened. So I'm less mad at you. I'm going to give her the chance to tell me. And so I went and I picked her up and we hung out. We had lunch. She never said shit. And so at the end of the day, I said, hey. So I talked to, I'm not going to say his name either. And he told me what happened. And she was like, she started crying. She's like, I'm sorry. I can't believe I did that, you know? And I was like, look, this is the thing. You had to do what you had to do. Now I have to do what I have to do. And no hard feelings, but yeah, you're single now. You can go fuck whoever you want to fuck. It definitely hurt me more than I let be known to her. But I've just always, basically, I've, you know, just moved on. But that shit broke my heart. And then I had just got out the military, just got my heart broken for the second time. And then I said, fuck it. I wasn't out the military. I came back on leave. And so when I went back in, I told my best friend in the Air Force what had happened. And he was like, yo, we're going on vacation to South Dakota. And I said, why are we going to South Dakota? And he said, because girls in South Dakota haven't seen black people in a long time. I started cracking the fuck up. And we went to South Dakota. And South Dakotans hadn't seen black people for a long time. But they were some of the nicest white people I ever met. They fucking took me to their little like hangout spots. We got drunk. I didn't pay for shit because when you're in the military and you're in South Dakota, they don't let you pay for shit, bro. Like I never paid for food or anything. You're on mute, by the way, Comedy, and you will get kicked out if you're on mute too long. So you want to toggle that shit. But yeah, it was a fucking wild. What happened? What?
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. All right, so I'm in the car. I'm good. We're good.
Did the app close out?
It was just giving me a little bit of trouble, but I just kept trying to reconnect by shutting off my my fucking internet, my fucking, you know, my phone, just shutting off the, bring it back. So how many years were you just celibate to her? Like how long were you in the military?
I was celibate to her for 2.5 years. Yeah, man.
I don't know if that's the right word, that what I'm saying, but you were loyal to her and she fucked around and you were loyal to her.
Yeah. Dude, I've always, yeah, man. Yeah.
That hurts. So you've gone through some shit.
Yeah.
So how were your relationships after that? I mean, how did things go after that?
Well, after that, I learned to protect myself psychologically from pain, which kind of made me put up some walls, which I have recently taken down, but it's taken me fucking 20 years. So after that, I told you I didn't have very many one-night stands, right? After that happened, I had like 3 in a row. And that was basically like, you know, rebound. And I was in the military, and I was in you know, so it was a quick little rebound. Didn't really enjoy it, but I mean, it was what it was.
I've only had one night stand.
Wow, that's interesting.
I'm fucking 55, and that one night stand was fucking horrible. It was you know what? My one night stand was after my girlfriend, you know, fucked me over. I was a bouncer at a bar, and some guy was like working this chick all summer long, and like nothing happened. And then I took her home. It was the worst sex. It was just horrible. Like the whole thing. Like I was just doing it to get off the schneid, like to get over my ex and like move on.
Right.
So I don't know. Anybody out there? I don't know how many one night stands you've had and how bad they've been. I just remember it was really bad. Like she wouldn't go down on me, and she just wanted to have straight sex, and I wasn't really feeling it. And I was kind of like, what the fuck am I doing? And, you know, like, why am I here? I'm not even really into her. You know, like, why am I doing this? Like, what? It made no sense. It was more like I was almost, you know, I was just trying to get rid of something. You know, it was like, it was like fuck therapy, and it wasn't working at all. Like I thought, oh, this is gonna make me feel better, or this is gonna help me move on, and maybe it did.
Men do that a lot because we are taught that regular therapy isn't healthy. But if we had regular therapy, we wouldn't have as many of these sexual deviant issues that we have in society.
I got a better story to tell you. So when I got that STD, she sent me something in the mail to take care of my STD, and I didn't use it. I didn't go to Planned Parenthood. I had to go to my parents and tell them I think I have an STD. And then I go to
what did she send you? What did she send you?
She sent me like, a prescription from Planned Parenthood that I just need to go fill out and take.
And why didn't you do it?
I don't know.
Did you hate Planned Parenthood because you were Catholic?
I don't even know where Planned Parenthood was. I wouldn't even. I was like that stupid. I was that naive. So I go to the doctor. My mom sets me up an appointment. I have to tell my parents, my very religious parents. I go to the doctor. I don't tell him anything. He has no idea why I'm there, and I come back home with nothing. And my mom's there like, you didn't fucking tell the doctor that you had an STD? Now you gotta go fucking back. And so I had to go back. I had to go the second time, and then tell him because I was so embarrassed. That's a true story.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ was involved with that. All right,
that's funny.
We gotta play these raps.
Oh shit. What's up, guys? Super Admin 420, always a pleasure. ComedyVampire, how you doing, brother? Any daft things going on lately?
Yeah. You should definitely rewind this and listen to it all the way through later on. But yeah, this has been a pretty wild conversation this morning.
We've opened up, we bared our souls.
Jesus Christ. I've told you more about my sexual life than I've told probably anybody. Like, I'm pretty private. I'm pretty private about my sexual life. But I guess this morning.
Let me ask you another question. Why you seem like you're pro therapy? Have you ever done, or will you ever consider going to therapy?
Oh man. So the correct answer is yes. The actual answer is probably not. Because I'm a terrible patient.
I know what you're saying. I feel the same way about therapy. I don't like going. I don't like paying the money. I don't. And I know I have all sorts of mental issues.
Right.
I'm afraid to get the wrong therapist. Like you said, I would definitely flake out and not go because of mental illness. Like there's lots of things wrong with me that just doesn't allow me to go see a therapist. But I definitely should go.
Dude, I'll be your therapist. Okay. That's I'm gonna be your therapist.
Doing stand-up comedy is therapy. I mean, you can go on stage and you sort of get rid of some demons on stage if you can formulate them into jokes, and that's what I think a lot. A lot of people don't understand. So I'm an ex-stand-up comic. I did stand-up comedy professionally between 20 and 30 years. I don't know. I'll say 30 years. And there's a lot of mental illness that comes with wanting to do stand-up comedy. The great ones are they're obsessive compulsive, right? They get into something, they're fucking obsessed.
That's me. I got OCD like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's good because most good stand-up comics they're obsessive. They have some form of OCD, right? They're on the spectrum. For me, it was just a skill that I knew I had. Like that was like my one out. Like
you were funny. You're a funny guy.
Yeah, it protected me though. It protected me in high school. In elementary school, it makes you a star. As long as you're not mean, in elementary school, it makes you a star. Everybody loves you if you're funny. Everybody loves you. Teacher, it doesn't matter. Then as you get older, junior high, high school, it protects you. People are afraid of you because you're funny. They don't want to get roasted. They don't want to get embarrassed. And then when I got to college, I was like, oh, maybe I can make a career out of this because that was when the comedy boom started. So, but, the most fucked up people are in comedy for sure. I mean, they're doing it because they're fucked up. I don't care what they tell you. Even the most successful are fucked up. So, I mean...
Yeah, I'm fucked up.
And all these people on stereo are fucked up. I mean, they're never going to tell you probably. But you're on stereo because you're fucked up. You're not on stereo because you're normal. That's for sure. And you don't fit into society most likely, probably either.
And look, if you don't want to get therapy, you could just eat an ass every day, and that will be no. I'm serious though. If you eat
Ass
at least
therapy.
one ass a day, you will feel like a better person.
You're gonna start your own fucking group. Call it eating ass therapy. All right, we got.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm writing that down.
We got 2 messages.
Not unless you're looking for a hooker, then it's like charge you for the extra like minute or two. But I don't believe in the hooker thing. But I think like the first time I'd ever like met a girl, she was like one of these type that like to do it right in the booty hole, and I swear to God, it was like hilariously funny. But when you get older, you start laughing about it because now it's like that was way back in your youth. Now it's like women hit on me, and it's like, okay, I don't want a marriage, I don't want a baby, blah blah blah. Please do not send me pussy pics because that's the last thing I want. If you're gonna show it to me, shit, at least show it to me face to face.
Yeah, put it in my mouth. I like his style. I would say
I've only had one experience where I went to a whorehouse and I couldn't do it. The girls were too young. I felt totally fucked up. I was really nervous. I got the fuck out of there. I've never paid prostitution, and I don't think I would ever do that again.
Yeah.
You can't say I'm 55. I don't know if I would get old or something. I don't know, but and then what was the other thing he said? Now I fucking forgot. Oh fuck. But what? Yeah. I forget what the other point he made. Oh, about ass. The other thing that's terrible about me, that's mentally weird with me, is I think about every ex-girlfriend I had, and I say, man, what would have happened if I had fucked him in the ass? Like, why is that important to me? Like, what is wrong with me?
Wait, this is your therapy session. I'm going to tell you why that's important to you. Because psychologically, throughout history, male human beings, have had anal sex for 2 reasons: pleasure and power. And when you think about your exes, you're thinking about, if I had more power in the situation, I would have been able to control that situation better. And the ancient part of your brain is thinking you should have fucked her in the ass. That's how you get the power, because that's how, as male animals, we retain power, is through anal sex.
Yeah, you're probably right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Messages.
Fuck therapy. Shit, there ain't no way you get me to go to some fucking quack doctor just to fucking tell me my life story. No, I gotta honestly say, my sex life after my, after my 30s and after 2 marriages and 2 divorces, I pretty much, said hell with, banging chicks, and every time I turn around, some woman's trying to hit on me. So it's kind of funny at 50 years old, but they think I'm 30 years old because of the way I look. And I've been hit on by not just white women, but African American women too. So it's kind of weird that I've never actually went and decided to bang an African American woman. It just, to me, as a white male, I never really thought about it. And now it's I get hit on by white and black.
He hit 3 topics. I've always wanted to fuck one girl from every country. I definitely need, at every race, every species, no animals. I definitely need therapy. I have ADHD for sure, not diagnosed. So I would need a therapist that really specializes in ADD or ADHD, whatever I have. I definitely have some sort of ADHD that needs to be. I need to seek therapy or take drugs for. What was the last thing that he fucking said? There was one other thing I can't fucking remember. Oh, I definitely look younger than how old I am, so that does help. But that's helped me a ton to look younger. I think maybe I even sound younger. So, and I've always dated younger. There's always been a 10-year gap. If I date close in age, it's not going to work. And maybe that says something about me being image, but I have an issue there too. All right, we got messages.
Yep.
I used to pay for the prostitutes in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And then as soon as they get out the car, I'd run them over and get my money back.
He's
gonna take us off into a whole other world. So yeah, virtual reality and virtual sex and virtual is. Now here's the other thing I would tell you. There is an app called WeChat. WeChat, WECHAT, made by Tennyson. You can just get on there and shake the phone and talk to random girls all over the world. And I definitely have done a lot of virtual cheating. So I can't say
WeChat is like one of China's like top 2 or top 3 app companies.
It's an amazing app. So if you're a lonely guy or even a lonely woman, check out WeChat. I've met so many people on dating apps.
It's a spying tool.
Oh, sure.
Don't tell people to download WeChat.
I know I'm being spied on, but I don't mind as long as they're bringing me women. As long as they're bringing me women from all over the world, I don't mind. So check out WeChat, lonely guys out there. And I'm still on all those apps. I have an agreement in my relationship now that I'm allowed to be on those apps as long as I fully reveal everything. I can't hide anything. So
yeah.
If anyone has any app experience or any other apps, or again, we want to hear your stories. Let's hit the messages.
Oh shit, dude! I remember my first blowjob. The fucking chick, she is so down for it, dude. She is so down for it. Basically, told me lay down, and I laid on my back. She got down, and I was like, oh hell yeah! She started sucking my dick, right? And then I put my hand on her head, and then she got up. She's like, that's the problem with you guys. You always think you're in control. And then she lifted my legs up, and she fucked me in the.
Yep. That is a normal situation. Hey, I want to say something real quick. You were talking about the girl that was giving you head all the time, and a lot of guys talk about like the girls that give them head all the time. And we're talking about right now that, you know, as men, we have some like psychological issues that we should be dealing with, and most of our psychological issues stem from the first sexual encounter we have, right? Because I would guess that for you need a blowjob to be involved in the situation. Am I right?
Like I said, I'm a new man since I met this new
with, but
in the past,
in general, in the past.
I think I had like blowjob radar. I just knew.
Yeah.
If anything, I think I had blowjob radar, and that I knew the girls that would be into blowjobs.
But you specifically needed those girls because you needed the blowjob to be in your sexual experience, because the first girl you were with that fucked you over gave you blowjobs all the time.
That's very possible.
It's more. Yeah, it's yeah. But this is the other thing. This is what I'm trying to get to. Is we never think about why the girls are doing it, right?
I know, but
it's because of their first sexual experience leads them down a path as well.
Right.
This is one of the. What's up?
I think you are correct. I think also during sex, if I'm having issue coming, I will go to the blowjob as the finisher. Yeah. So yeah, I think you might be onto something there.
I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna start taking notes, and then I'm gonna start charging you eventually.
Hey yo, this Bubba dude? Yo, Bubba, go get your fuck on.
Yeah, get your fuck on, bro. Get your fuck on. Fuck the rainbow.
Yeah. Let us know. Are you getting your fuck on? That guy. No.
I think that as young boys, obviously we weren't thinking, we were trying to fuck. But like as I've gotten older, you realize it's the statistics that like by the time a girl graduates from high school, there's a 85% chance that she was sexually assaulted.
Oh yeah.
There's a 45% chance that it was by a family member. Like those are a lot of reasons why girls become sexually active, because they're acting out based on their first sexual experience, which could have been forced. And then they feel that they need to create a string of events that replicate that so that they can feel appreciated. And they believe that that's how they're appreciated.
Well,
So it's like, what's up?
that's highly accurate because I remember listening to Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla, right? And the running theme there is that's why I was saying blowjob radar. When you are molested, or you're around an alcoholic father, or you have a dysfunctional family. There's many reasons why, right? For some reason that makes women attract bad guys. Like they only get turned on by bad guys.
Yep.
Like good guys
Yep.
don't stimulate them. So it creates a pattern, and those guys know you're damaged. So it's like and again, this is not me talking. This is Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew Pinsky. And then they were always on the money. Like you can usually deconstruct. Like we've talked about this before. You can if the person is honest, you can deconstruct them and find out what has caused. And it's usually, like you said, trauma. And that's why it comes back to the Louis C.K. thing. I don't know how young these girls were when Louis C.K. masturbated in front of them. We don't know if those two girls, we argued about that. We don't know if those two girls had been molested or abused. That was my point. When we got into a little bit of an argument on that, I was like, I don't know what those girls' stories are.
You know what another important question is, and it may be an unpopular opinion, but I think a very important question is, who molested Louis C.K. and made him jack off while 100%. Doing it? Like someone needs to fucking sit down with Louis and be like, hey bro, let's fucking talk, man. Like, let's get through this. And you know what? If Louis needs a counselor, I'm here for it. I'll even jack off with him while we talk.
I think you hit on to something. I think he's already admitted to that, something like that. I think he has admitted to priests doing so. Completely wrong, so I have to be careful. But I could have sworn Louis. And again, I think we've all had a weird. I'm sure everybody's had like a weird. The problem in this country, right, is that sexuality is still taboo. Still taboo.
Thanks, Christians. Thanks, Christians.
Exactly how you fucking beat me to it.
Thanks, Christians.
But that goes across the board. You could be Muslim or Hindu. I'm sure there's all sorts of, you could be Jewish, you could be Orthodox. I'm sure there's.
Okay, so thanks, Abraham. Thanks, Abraham.
Thank you, false gods.
Thanks, Abraham.
I think back in the day, before even Jesus, maybe fucking sex was way hotter. I think maybe we ran into a problem with religion.
Dude,
and no one wants to
think about this. When you look at history, right? Until Christianity, you always heard about orgies.
Yep.
Always. It was always orgies all the fucking time. And then Christianity came, orgies gone. So you're telling me that if we brought orgies back, we could have peace on earth? And Christianity is stopping that? Come on, bro. Let's
that religion was created to subjugate women, to control them and not let them be free. I always thought that was the number one priority of religion.
It was to control the men. Because by controlling the women, you control the men.
But I think men enjoyed religion because it put more control over their woman, so they didn't have to worry.
Exactly. Right? That's what I'm saying. But by doing that, you take the men's idea of the orgy away. You make the orgy seem taboo, and then you control how many children are made because you control marriage. There's only one woman, one man. It's easier to do accounting for that. If you got an orgy, you don't know whose kids are whose. No one's like is claiming kids. Everyone is taking care of the kids together because that's how you fucking raise a village, is you just take care of everybody. But they were like, fuck that. We're not doing that shit no more. We got to fucking make a patriarchy so that we got to divide and conquer. You divide the sexes, you put the men in charge, and then that way the women are subjugated. The men feel powerful. You tell them that there's one God and he's a dude, and he fucking says that you should be in control of your wife and your kids, and they're like, okay, power, that's what I want. And it's easy to subjugate under those fucking false realities, man.
What I say to that is amen. I fucking completely believe that. And look, I was raised Roman Catholic, and I say I'm an atheist, but it lives in my head. It's there. It's permanent.
It's there.
Never getting it out. I just said amen. I always say Jesus Christ. I can hear
Me
songs
too.
and prayers shit in my head. So it works. That shit works. I don't care. Everybody's been brainwashed a little some way. We just don't admit to it. I can admit
I talked to a Roman Catholic the other day. He actually left the church as well, and I must say, Catholics are the most mentally fucked people on the planet, man. Like, good God. And I felt so bad for the mental fuckery you go through as a Catholic, because it's one thing to read a book and be like, okay, I'm gonna do everything this book says. It's another thing to read a book and then the Catholic Church says, we're gonna do everything opposite. Don't worship idols. We're gonna have saints and we're gonna pray to figures, and we're gonna build fucking monuments. And the Catholic Church contradicts itself more than regular Christianity, which contradicts itself a fuck ton.
Yeah, and it goes back to a lot of things that people agree that people believe that we get brainwashed in high school to be workers, not fucking successful, right? Some people believe that we both believe that religion
Factory
is
workers.
Yeah, so religion is to subjugate people, and I say it's neck and neck between Muslims and Catholics. I don't know. I don't run into a lot of Muslims, but I think a lot of Muslim women suffer, obviously, for many different reasons, right? They still, in many countries, in many countries, like the Philippines, abortion is illegal. In Muslim
you want to know the
countries,
difference? You want to know the difference between Muslims and Catholics?
I don't know the difference. What is the difference?
Capitalism and monarchy. That's the difference. It's the same thing, except one believes in a false dichotomy of democracy to create capitalism, which is Christianity, and the other one believes in a false dichotomy to create monarchies, which is Islam.
And again, but my point was, nobody ever in our country, we never talk about how fucked up the rest of the world is treating women. We can talk about Africa, the Middle East. No, 2020, and we still have women living like it's fucking the 15th century. It's insane what goes on. How we can't stop it. It's always
you know why though? The reason why is you don't talk about like kids that are getting in fights in 4th grade, but you talk about kids getting in fights in 11th grade because there's more chance of someone getting like seriously hurt, or there's more power, there's more testosterone. So it's like those countries, like we consider ourselves more civilized, even though we probably aren't, but we consider ourselves a society that's more civilized, so we hold ourselves to a higher standard. And that's why we don't talk about what goes on in other countries.
Well, what I'm surprised about religion in general is how it's hung on. Even with all this technology we have right now, fucking religion is holding on. It still controls most of this country, and it still controls most of the world. Phony fucking stories still controls most of the world. If we talk about being,
you have to, yeah.
But I'm saying if I speak right now, I swear we lost like 6 listeners just now when we bash religion. People don't even want to hear it. They can't even mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how religion. Like, fuck these guys. Fuck them. They're the problem. You can't even get in there. They're like gone. They're fucking absolutely gone. And that's why with religious people, I get suspect right away, man. If I talk to someone and they're religious, I'm like, I'm suspect. Now I tried to deal with that over time, but I don't know how you're having great sex if you're religious. I don't know how it's fucking possible.
It's possible. It just depends on what religion. You
should have been jerking off into a Bible. That would have been even better.
Oh my God, that would not have turned me on. I mean, technically, I was the Kama Sutra is the Hindu is part of the Hindu Bible.
We got 7 messages.
Please tell me he's never been on Plenty of Fish or like Bang a Chick at Night or some weird chat freak app. I mean, I've seen them all, and it just drives me insane laughing at some of the crap that I've like watched or like seen the apps that they have. But I've seen everything. They've had group sex. They've got group like chat rooms where women and men like show tits and ass, and I've had so many weird. I can't even explain half of the shit that I've seen on these apps, but yeah, I would not want to be on like Plenty of Fish or one of these other crazy ass apps.
All right, well, so plenty of fish is real old. That's super old. That's
super old.
Really old. So Plenty of Fish, my one Plenty of Fish story, I meet this woman married in the middle of divorce, and she just tells a story how, you know, her husband admitted like he's having an affair, and then she was trying to do every sexual thing for him.
Holy shit.
Back. Yeah, she did everything. You know, she's doing threesomes, she's taking it in the ass. She did everything to win him back, and you know, she just should have walked away. So like when she came to me, she was so damaged, and I was like, "Oh man, I feel so sorry." But I was like, you know, basically saying to her, you know, you need to go get therapy. You need to take some time to get over this.
She needed a sex counselor.
She did. So yeah, plenty of nobody listening to this app knows what Plenty of Fish is, but it was like one of the first starter.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You know, Plenty of Fish. Yeah, Plenty of Fish is old school though. All these apps are weird because I still think there's so much catfish going on, and it should be so much easier. Like hooking up should be so much easier. I'm still shocked that hooking up isn't easier. I still think it's so weird.
It's super easy. It's super easy. Like Tinder, Bumble. There's all kind of sites.
Let me more messages.
I just heard that you asked in blowjob. I think the leprechaun dick wants a blowjob. You know, when your car doesn't start your car, it sounds like.
For the fucking leprechaun, fucking laugh. Holy shit.
Hey, he sounded just like the leprechaun from the second movie.
We're backing up. We got 7 messages we got to play.
Interesting. So the first blowjob I got, I was 14 years old, and the girl decided she wanted to swallow my load after 15 seconds of sucked me, and it was the first time she had given a blowjob, and she was never had sex or anything. So what ended up happening is she started very shortly after having problems breathing and wheezing, and what was happening was she was having an allergic reaction to my nut, and had to go to the hospital because her throat was closing up. And that's when I met her parents. And, yeah, it was weird that I went to the hospital with her because I never really talked to her much after that. So
that is the best story ever.
I owed it to her. I don't know. Should have let the bitch die.
Super high, man. That's why you have to get a pre-nut.
Yeah.
Just in case that happens.
Dude, I never thought about somebody being allergic or having allergies, and like maybe you eat a lot of a specific food, and oh my god, dude, you gotta have an EpiPen.
From then on, he had a pre-nut. He had to sign, have women sign an agreement if they have an allergic reaction that he would not be held liable for his kryptonite come. All right, let's play some more messages.
Why the girls want to blowjob? Because your dick wants to puke. Your dick wants to puke. That's why the girls want to blow.
Dude, how come you attract like fucking serial killers to your fucking show? That guy and Carlitos.
Oh my god, like, not Carlitos. Your best friend Carlitos? That's your best friend. That's your best friend. That's your fucking best friend, man. That's your fucking
All right.
guy right there.
Now we have fucking 8 messages. Here we go.
Every time I try to get laid, it's like going to the club. You know, it's like, okay, yeah, okay. If I did get laid after 10 years, it would be nice. But I don't see any woman wanting a 50-year-old man with a hairy fucking set of balls.
Bro, there's literally women out there that love hairy balls, and they only want hairy balls. You can literally look up places, like you can go on sites and put in hairy ball fetish, and there's women that'll be like, if you got the hairiest balls, I want them. Like, there's somebody for everyone out there, bro.
Like, where could he go? Could he go to Reddit? Like, where would he be able to put himself out? Where would he be able to put his help that guy out? Where can he go with his hairy balls? There has to be a place.
I would say get on Tinder and write on there, I got the hairiest balls you've ever seen, and someone will swipe on you and be like, yo, I need you to prove that you have the hairiest balls I ever seen. And just be honest, be like, I'm 55 years old. And they'll be like, you got to prove you're 55 years old with some big hairy balls. Like, there's somebody out there for you, man. Don't run away from love. You can still find it.
You got to embrace yourself. You got to Jack Black it. You got to just embrace who you fucking are and get out there.
Yeah, bro.
And get on every fucking app and get on WeChat and don't think like that. You can't think like that. You know,
I got faith. I got fucking faith in your hairy ass balls, bro.
That's right.
I do.
Look, as males, we're comfortable enough to tell you that we have faith in your hairy.
I got 50-year-old faith in your fucking hairy ass 50-ass-year-old balls, bro.
We're here for counseling. This is hairy balls counseling.
Hairy balls counseling.
Yeah, right. When I was high school, a dwarf molested me. A woman dwarf. It's just a woman dwarf. Yeah.
I don't even know what the. I think we have to continue. Why do we? This is what we do for doing this show.
Dude, we have to, when we become like Howard Stern famous, we have to hire all of them to just sit around the fucking studio being goofy.
I can't exploit crazy people like Howard Stern did. I can't do it. We'd have to have, we can, as long as we pay for their therapy.
As long as we live in a capitalistic nation, we're going to exploit everybody.
Sex, assault, rape. In our Leprechaun book, rules, rape is not a crime. Rape is a surprise sex. Right? Article Leprechaun 2.8.
What? That guy's not coming on my.
Never mind. Was that? He just got fired.
Never mind. Yeah, you're fired. That's what. You can't let somebody like that. You can't. Oh. I called this guy right out. I knew, dude. That's fucking straight up. But that voice lives in your head. You're not normal. I don't care what you tell anybody. When a Freddy Krueger leprechaun lives in your head, I can't even. I just heard. Oh my god! I'm gonna have nightmares.
I just saw a bunch of manginas jump off your page, man. Seriously, they had to jump off your page. I mean, come on. 6 people just walked off because we were talking about Roman Catholic deals versus way back in the Roman days when the Romans were actually having orgies. That's the truth.
It happened. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. 5-6 people jumped off. Yeah. He's right, though. I saw the same thing. Here we go.
That's crazy.
Hey, y'all. What's up? How's your morning going? I hope it's going okay and blessed. I hope everyone's safe. What are you freaks up to?
Lord, I just came. Oh, my God. I just jerked off. Yeah, I can jerk off to her voice. I definitely have had phone sex.
Yeah.
I've had phone sex. I've had video sex. I'm down with all that stuff.
You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me right now. Have you jerked off while we were on the show together?
No, but you turned me on.
Okay. I actually appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it takes a lot for me to want to jerk off anymore. My life. I know this is braggadocious, but my life. I did just jerk off the other night, which I hadn't done in 2 years, and it was just, and it wasn't even that good. I did jerk off. I admit it. But it's cool. I can tell my girlfriend. I can tell her, hey, I jerked off. Hey, I let her. you know what's so I can't out her. I can't tell her what happened, but we've been a little slow of late because the holidays. Stress from the holidays sometimes can affect girls' sex drive. So hopefully we'll get back together soon. Let me play some more messages.
I'm new to this shit. I'm trying to join in.
Jump in.
Join in on the ass eating. We eating ass therapy. All right. We talking about your first time. And we're talking about how people sometimes don't understand that the reason why they have sex or don't have sex has a lot to do with their first sexual experience. And eventually we're going to get to the most important part of this conversation, which is not making sex so evil and making sex a teaching experience and an experience that kids don't have to hide and go do, that they can understand is healthy and healthier ways to do it, so that we don't have as many sexually fucked up people